Motorists on the main highway between Levin and Foxton speed over the long Wirikino Bridge. This bridge carries the road over the Manawatu River and over the floodway, the wide channel built parallel to the river to carry flood runoff. The Manawatu flows sluggishly and bank high for its last 20 miles, and heavy rain in southern Hawke's Bay or northern Wairarapa can bring floods here. A system of stop banks has not been able to keep the river in control. But its wild days are numbered. More stop banks will help to control it, and building them is this 120-ton drag line. It can pick up a lorry load in one bite. To channel the water between the stop banks and to regulate its flow, an elaborate system of sluice gates is being built. This scheme is costing £1.5 million. The government is providing 3/4 of it, and the Manawatu Catchment Board the rest. This will be one of the biggest flood control schemes in the country and will be completed early in 1962. Between the caissons are 9 big control gates, each weighing 13 tons. When the river reaches flood level, the gates will be opened and the extra water released into the floodway. A map makes it clear. The sluice gates are here. From these, the river winds 20 miles through flat land to the sea. When floodwaters are released by the sluice gates, they'll flow down the 6.5-mile floodway underneath the Wirikino Bridge and out to sea. When this scheme is completed, Old Man Manawatu will be tamed.
After being snowbound for several days in the North Canterbury ski hut, the New Zealand team to tour Australia prepares to take part in the South Island Slalom Championships. Competition should be stiff. There's almost too much snow. But there's no time to waste. Yet another storm's on its way. This season's been the snowiest for years. Host Club Captain Mr. Wendelkin checks the full program with official observer Frank Gillett and wonders if the weather will hold. Swiss instructor Rudi Wersch has set a tough course, and the first woman, Miss Helga Arndt of Craigieburn Club, gets to know the hard way. Just take the first turning left, down the hill a bit, turn right. You can't miss it. And that took 1 minute 6 seconds. Next to thread through the pairs of flags, Miss Anne Reid of the New Zealand team, trying to maintain speed. It can happen to anyone. Yes, to you too, Mr. Photographer. She's game enough to finish. First place goes all the way to Miss Celia Womersley, New Zealand rep and local club champion. Time, 1 minute exactly. Now it's the men's turn to try and surpass the women. Soft new snow can slow you down, so a special polish is well worthwhile. Some of these turns can be quite sticky. Next is Sam Chafee, expected to win. A sudden burst of sunshine shows the tight turns and perfect control that sweep him towards the finishing line. Time, 57 seconds. Winner of the South Island Slalom. However, North Islander Bill Hunt, New Zealand team captain, has been invited to give a demonstration run. Can he beat the championship time? Faster still, 54 seconds. But another storm's approaching, and that's all for today.
It seems hard to realize that only 6 weeks ago these children were in need of help for either emotional or health reasons. Take John, for example. After the sudden death of his younger brother, he became quiet and withdrawn. He stopped joining in games, so was largely ignored by the other children. As so often happens, This was carried over into the classroom, and neither encouragement nor rebukes had any effect on his work. John's mother became concerned about it too, and she discussed the matter with his teacher. Nothing she had tried seemed to make much difference. He advised her to seek a further opinion from the local health officer or the family doctor.
Well, Mrs. Cunningham, physically, there's nothing wrong with John. But I think a period in a health camp would probably do him good.
But you don't think he's underfed?
No, not at all. But these camps cater for convalescent and emotionally upset children as well. And I think a period of regular routine and medical supervision will settle John down. Well, if you're agreeable, I'll see if I can get him into the Pakuranga Health Camp.
In 6 weeks, John will be given everything needed to bring him back to health. Exercises and games, fresh air, good meals, and lots of sleep. And Matron keeps a constant check on everybody's progress. Suddenly, schoolwork becomes more fun, something to be interested in.
You can tell me the name of the little green island.
Is it?
Yes?
Rangitudo, sir.
No. Yes?
Brown Island.
And slowly the
That's
new
correct.
John emerges. He and Janet and Bobby find a new interest in the world which surrounds them.
What are you drawing? A fish.
There's always time for a word of encouragement, and the children respond. Teachers watch the family grow in strength and listen to the noise level increase. The sale of health stamps will enable these camps to continue their work. The work of bringing a new life and spirit to many of those who make up our greatest heritage, our young New Zealanders.